So we have the TNT Duper. We've already made a tutorial on this, right? But you guys asked specifically, hey Blizzard, how do you make a flying machine out of it? So guess what we're doing in today's video? We're going to be making a flying machine out of this that self-returns. So make sure you stay tuned and watch the entire thing so that you know exactly how to build it and exactly how to make it return back to you without even having to lift your fingers. So let's get right to it. How's it going, everyone? My name is Snowy Blizzard and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing because I make all kinds of Minecraft content, Minecraft tutorials, survival videos, and everything along those lines. So if you're interested in anything like that, then be sure to subscribe because I do a ton of that stuff. So anyways, we're going to start here in my test world where I blow a lot of things up, and we're going to start with the tutorial. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is find your spot, and you're going to go up about 10 or 12 blocks. We're going to go up to here. It doesn't really matter how high if you get up there. I just want to make sure that the TNT doesn't blow each other up and blast our machine into oblivion. So basically what we're going to do is, first off, we're going to need to build our flying machine to attach our TNT Duper to. And so in order to do that, you got to place a sticky piston next to the slime block, place a slime block on top of that, and then a sticky piston coming the other direction. And so what we're going to do is attach an observer to the sticky block that's attached to this sticky piston. So we're going to make its butt point out and power that guy. And then we're going to place an observer facing the other way on the other slime block that's attached to this piston. So you create like a nice little L shape over here and a nice little L shape over here. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go towards the back side. So it's going to be moving in that direction. So we're going to go towards the backside slime block. And we're going to go down a couple blocks from this. And we're going to place our piston. And then we're going to place our observer, but we have to make sure it's facing backwards. So we're going to do that, make it face backwards, and then when you break it, it should power that guy right there. So now what we're going to do is find our piston right here. We're going to go out a couple blocks just like this, make a little L shape, and it can be on either side. So what you need to do is grab yourself a wall. Alright, now that we have ourselves a wall, we're going to put the wall here. After we place the wall, we're going to place another little L shape. It can be on either side. It can be on the left side or the right side. We're going to do the left side for demonstration right here. We're going to put the TNT underneath this wall, and then we're going to put a dead coral fan. It can't just be any dead coral, it has to be a coral fan specifically, otherwise it will not work. And then you want to take your you're going to want to take a detector rail, put it here, put a minecart on top. And the reason we don't put the TNT directly underneath is, as you can see, it's powered. If you just go under here, you can see it's powered. So it's going to power the TNT through the block if it were underneath. And so in order to prevent that from updating, we're going to be pushing this on top of it, which is going to be consequently priming the TNT, as they call it. So we're going to be priming the TNT. We're actually going to remove a couple of these blocks because we didn't seem to go high enough, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. You don't have to do this, but just make sure that it's high enough off the ground. So basically, once we do that, we're going to start the return station. We're going to take our obsidian. You don't need to do this. You just need to make sure it's lined up. We're going to put an obsidian block here, and then we're going to break the rest of it. So you don't want to draw an obsidian line there. Just make sure you put an obsidian block so that it's not movable. And make sure it's lined up with that guy right there, so that the machine doesn't break. That's very important. So once we have this block in place, so we're going to need to block both of that section and that section to make sure it works properly. So what we want to do is take this and extend it 1, 2, 3 blocks, and then 1, 2, and 3 blocks up, and then we can place our obsidian here. So we can destroy these placeholder blocks, and we have to make sure it blocks any part of the flying machine, so it can block either the left or the right side. Just make sure it blocks one of them. And then once we have that, it should stop it properly. And then what we're going to do is come over here, place an obsidian on either side of the machine just to make sure that it doesn't move anywhere, just like this. And then we're going to extend this by 2 more slime blocks so that we can get a redstone lamp here and an observer powering this through its butt every time it moves. And then we can remove the obsidian, and now we're going to test fly it. And make sure you back up the world if you're worried about this not working. And all you want to do to start this observer is place anything that will not stick to it. So most blocks should be fine. So we're going to place this nether brick wall right in front of it to push that piston out. As you can see, we wanted to extend that piston first, so we place a block in front of that observer. And as you can see, it stops. This redstone lamp has time to light up. It activates that observer right there, and it brings it back to the start. In order to run this machine for a second time, to make sure you don't have too many blocks attached to it, you're going to want to go ahead and place a block in front of this to move the TNT Duper out from in front of it. And then what you can do is go ahead and push that forward again, and it starts the whole thing. If you were to activate that, nothing would happen. It would just push this in front of it, and then it would try to pull this back section, but it wouldn't be able to because there's more than 12 blocks, and 12 blocks is the maximum pull limit. So as you can see, if we were to activate this piston, nothing would happen, and if we were to activate it again, it would just pull it close to it. So what we're going to do is push this TNT Duper out, and we're going to send it off on its way. It's going to come all the way down here. These 2 obsidian blocks are going to stop it perfectly so that it sends it back, and then it's going to basically ping pong back and forth off of these blocks. So just make sure every time you activate it, you send it off of this one first, and then you send the machine out, or else it won't allow. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, or if I helped you out in any way, shape, or form, be sure to hit that like button. If you're new here, as always, feel free to subscribe. But I want to thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.